Hi, this is Heidi Peck, and today I'm going to talk about how to adjust your reed, how to break in your clarinet reeds for when you want to play the clarinet. So reeds are a very touchy subject with clarinet players, and there's all kinds of different varieties out there of reeds. Um, and this is just a little introduction of how you might want to prepare your reed or how to take care of your reeds. Okay, so there's the classic reeds that are made of cane, um, and those are the typical kind that you can buy at any music store. And they also have synthetic reeds, which are like a plastic, and those are designed to last much longer, if not forever, I believe. And so that's something that doesn't really need to be adjusted as much as a regular reed. So the reeds I'm talking about are the regular cane reeds that beginners will use and a lot of professionals use. Some clarinet players make their own reeds as well, and some are able to just get them out of the box. It depends on what works for you and what the sound that you want and what makes you comfortable. Okay, so here's my reed. So what I do with a box of reeds is usually about 10 reeds in a box, and I will get them out and soak them about 3 at a time, and not for very long at all, just until I see that the tip of it is sort of getting a little wet. You can see that it gets darker, and so that's my cue. I'm going to take it out of my the jar that I'm soaking it in, okay, and I'm going to let it turn it on its side and let it dry a little bit, but I'm going to play it, right? I'm going to try it. I'm going to play it for 30 seconds maybe. Oh, that's like a pretty good reed. Okay, so I'm going to put that down, or maybe it's a bad reed. Maybe it doesn't play. I'm going to go through all 10 reeds that way. I'm going to soak them just a little bit, play on them for 30 seconds, and put them down on a flat piece of glass, something that is completely flat. And I'm going to turn around with the flat side up, and I'm going to leave them there. And I'll leave them there overnight. The next day, I'm going to go back to those reeds, try them all again, and I'm going to play on them a little bit longer. I'm still not going to soak them incredibly long time. And you know what? Hey, some of those reeds probably changed overnight. And that reed I thought was really good is not so good. Or maybe this reed is better this time. So the reeds will change, and that's just how it is. That's the name of the game. So I'm going to do that for a while, maybe a week or so, 5 days or so. And I'm just going to break them in, getting them used to getting them wet, and breaking them in and trying them out. Okay? And then after that time, I'm going to say, okay, this reed seems pretty good. So what you can do is you can adjust it, okay? And that's where you need a little slab of glass and you need a reed knife, okay? And you can adjust a reed using these two things, okay? So I can feel the tip of my reed. I have to wet it first. You never want to really deal with it when it's dry. It'll crack. And you can sort of feel along the tip of the reed, the back of it, like with your finger. And you can see which parts are soft and which parts are hard. You can even look at it in light and see darker things of cane that show up, little groups of them. And that means it's sort of a hard, denser part of it. So I want to get rid of that part that's a little hard, that's not going with the rest of the reed, right? So I'm going to put it on this little slab, and then I've got my knife, right? And I'm going to just sort of find that spot. I'm going to take that knife and I'm going to, whatever that spot is, I'm going to take my knife and I'm going to work at it. Okay? And that's going to take off a little bit of cane, and you have to be careful because if you take it off, you can't put it back on. So you can always take off a little bit, and then you try it again. And you try it on your clarinet. Oh, that works a lot better. Okay, well, I'm just going to leave it be, and let's see how it is tomorrow. So that's sort of the process. If you don't have a reed knife or something like this, that's something professionals have as well. At least you can wet them and break them in. I wouldn't recommend opening a new reed and playing on it for 2 hours at a rehearsal, or even at home or just practicing. You want to rotate reeds so that you have a lot of them that are working for you, especially if you're playing somewhere in any capacity. You want to have a bunch of reeds that are working. And you can just kind of kill them pretty quickly if you just play on them a lot. So that's an introduction to how to adjust a reed. And again, a private teacher can help you and give you more information about that. Thanks for watching.